What do we got? B5 blue. What does that look like?
Whoa!
I like that.
Me too.
It's a really cool color. Alright, so before we start this video, we're going to do a little disclaimer here. We have the Scalia Motorsports rings in, and every time I change a car product, everybody freaks out, thinking that the car product I had previously is a problem. Right here, we've got the Merrick Motorsport ring. This is anodized and clear coated. This was on my car for months and months and months, and it shows no sign of damage. Can you get out of the sun, bud? Shows no sign of damage. It is a little dirty, but it held out really well. It did not fall out. There were no problems with this product. Wanted a tiny bit of variety, and so what I wound up doing is I switched over to the Scalia Motorsports from time to time. These take really awesome pictures, this anodized set, but I'm going towards a toxic orange theme for the car, and we're going to talk about the Scalia version. If you like the Merrick version, I have a video on this one. Again, great product, great people. No problems with this product at all. In fact, I still do switch back and forth. Certain photo shoots, I like this, the reflectiveness and the way this turns out in photos. And then for daily and stuff like that, I kind of leave these in just because of my toxic orange theme. We'll be doing the brake calipers and the Hellcat logos in toxic orange, so everything is going to match. So let's one last thing. I know there's some people who hate on Scalia Motorsports, and then there's some people who hate on Merrick Motorsports. Both of those guys are good family dudes. I've spoken to them. I've met them both in person. They are great people. Any hate talk on either product will not be tolerated. Your comments will be deleted. Please go somewhere else. All right, so moving on. We got the Scalia Motorsports rings. As you can see, we have a really nice sparkle coming off that paint there. These have been on for probably about 5 or 6 months as well. And if you notice way in the back there, there's a little screen. Now that screen back there pops in from the backside, for those of you who want a screen, and it pops in from the backside, and you can use it with both the Merrick and the Scalia Motorsport ring. One other cool thing is, if you notice inside there, the Hellcat head is not hidden. So if you notice, the Scalia Motorsport rings are shorter. They're held in with automotive adhesive, same thing that you hold your badges on. They're easy to get off if you warm them up and then slowly pull them off, but they maintain and they stay in place. These have been on, like I said, for a few months with no issues. They don't block the light tubes at all, and these can be installed again with the caps in place, so you don't have to pop your caps out if you don't want air or water going into your engine bay. We'll get to the air and water problem in a bit. So as you know, Hellcat comes with the wide open tube here. A lot of you guys are complaining that the Merrick and the Scalia rings don't come with screens. A lot of you guys that see the screens don't want to see the screens up front because you think it looks funny. So now we've got a solution where the screen is all the way in the back, and I'll show you those in a second. Now, coming over to the other products that Scalia Motorsports offers, they're doing painted half covers. He made a custom set for me with hydro dipped carbon fiber and toxic orange accents to go with my theme. I paid for these. These were not freebies, so I paid full price for these, as well as gave him my old half cover so he can strip, clean, sand, and paint them for someone else. Same thing with these. I want to mention that I paid full price for these many months ago, and paid full price for the Merrick Motorsports rings many months ago. So this isn't a biased review. Everything here that you see today was paid full price. Now, I did receive a free t-shirt from Merrick Motorsports, and I also received a free t-shirt from Scalia Motorsports, as well as a hat from Merrick. Anthony never sent me a hat because he didn't make one, so should I do a less biased review for him? No, of course not. Come on. You want to bring me over another color, my friend? All right, which color did you pick? That blue color that you really liked, huh? So, I talked to Anthony. He knew I was doing this video, so he sent me over a few samples. So this is a B5 blue ring. It's got the screen already installed all the way to the back. Very similar mounting style to the Merrick Motorsports. It's got that rubber rubber grip around it, or the silicone, and it does have the screen, which is a 3D printed hexagonal. Looks pretty cool. So if you guys are interested in this one, this is the Gato-50 in B5 blue with a glow-in-the-dark honeycomb screen. What's the next one? All right, can you close the box so I can see what that is? That is the Gato-50 in Redline Red. Very similar with no screen in the back. And it's got a little bit of sparkle on that red there. All right, bring me over another one, bud. All right, so this is a new color. This is the cinnamon stick. Get it right out of the sun. And what's the brand? Let me see what we got. This is the Gato-55. It's even bigger than the other one. This has a, I don't know, some sort of foam with a heat shrink wrap around it to hold it in place. So another very, very cool. It's definitely, is this bigger than the one I have? Nope, the one I have is still bigger than this one. So we have different sizes for everyone here. This one is really small, as you can see. Mine kind of towers over it. All right, what's the next one? Bring me another, bud. Now these are the Diablo series. These are the ones that I have right here. These are very short. They're held on with automotive adhesive. And this one is in cinnamon stick as well. Look at the difference between cinnamon stick and toxic orange. Very subtle, but it's a little more burnt. It's a very cool color to see in person. All right, and that is the Diablo. So in other words, if you guys want exactly what I have here, where you don't have to remove the center cap, the Diablo is the way to go. And then you have that automotive adhesive holding these things in place. And the fitment, as you can see, is quite nice. All right, so Anthony sent me another box of goodies here. These are more samples. Again, all these are going to get shipped back, but he just wanted me to give you a representation of all the stuff that he has to offer. So he's shipping these with alcohol wipes to clean out your headlight openings, and then these are, I started peeling this off so I could see what kind of adhesive he's using. It is an automotive 3M adhesive, and it's the same stuff we used on here, and these have been on for months without issue, and they're in there really good. Same stuff you put your badges on with, basically, so those don't fall off. We wouldn't expect these to fall off either. All right, so going back to here, we've got the pinky ring. Again, this one is not held in with tape. It's pressure fitted in with, I guess, some foam and some heat shrink underneath here. Feels pretty tough, but it's got a nice little bubble there, so it catches. And this one has the SRT grill pattern, so it matches the Hellcat grill pattern. This one here is the Gato-55, and this has the RT, so the Challenger RT grill pattern inside there. We've got the Diablo, which is the same as my rings again, with the Hellcat or the SRT grill pattern. Again, same thing. We got to put these on with some 3M automotive adhesive. So for me personally, though, just give you a quick look inside. I personally like my grill. Let me see if I can get in there. All the way back there. This way it's not visible. But if you guys like a visible grill, this is an option for you, where he presses them in to the actual ring. But again, I like to press them in from the back, and I'll show you those in a minute. And we're coming back to the Diablo, same ring as mine, with a honeycomb glow in the dark. And then lastly, the Gato-55 in frostbite. Let's get a little of that frostbite action there. Very pretty. So I gotta say, Mr. Scalia has come a long way in quality and workmanship. Obviously, he's a new business starting out, so he sent me a bunch of stuff to check out, and he's really stepped it up. So he's also got some new products that he's working on, and he printed some loud colors for me just so you guys can see the overall, I guess, look of the product. So what you have here is, this is a screen. So for those of you who want the RT look, as you can see, it's an exact match for the Challenger RT grill pattern. These are 3D printed screens. These things slide into the back. As you can see, there's little knurls here that catch and I guess basically pressure fit this in place. So I've had mine in for probably about 5 or 6 weeks, and I've have no sign of even being able to get it out. My recommendation, if you want to take these in and out, because they are 3D printed in layers, I'm assuming pulling it out would be a bad idea. So maybe a little bit of pull and a little push pressure from the front to slide these out. These go in nice and tight, so you're not going to have to worry about these falling out at any time. For those of you who have, I think between the years of Challengers, there's different size openings, and we're talking like very, very tiny difference. You might have to take a little bit of sandpaper and just sand down a little bit of the bump to slide these in a little bit easier. But other than that, they go in easy. Here's a match for the Hellcat or SRT grill, and then we have the honeycomb inserts. Now, he wanted to send me one of these. So for those of you who want to pop open the headlight hole, now I had this problem, and I'll put a link to the video in the upper right. I had this problem when I opened the hole on a Scat Pack. So on the Hellcat, there's a blocker back there, so it's completely sealed. No wet or no water goes into the engine bay, so we're good there. But for those of you who want to pop this out and have an opening, this is a pretty cool option he came up with. So you've got the screen, so you can have some bright color all the way in the back of the headlight. So we're going all the way back there. But there's also a little catch with a drain. So all the water that flies back there gets caught in between the screen and this backer plate, and then it goes to the back, and the wind kind of basically blows it out the tube here. And if you're really OCD like I am, you're going to take this tube and you'll run it down somewhere so it drips out the maintenance pan and doesn't actually blow on your washer reservoir. So a whole bunch of really cool products from Scalia Motorsports. He's definitely really stepped up the quality of his packaging. He's got everything you possibly need to install it in here. I'm quite impressed. His paint jobs are quite spectacular. I mean, the color, there's a lot of dirt and dust on there. There you go. The color is just absolutely amazing. I don't know, I may change my theme to cinnamon stick. I don't know. And the only bad thing I gotta say about what he's doing here is you basically have so many options. You get into that point where you're like, well, what the heck do I choose? Do I choose the Diablo? Do I choose the Gato? Do I choose the pinky ring? Do I want a screen in the front? Do I want no screen and have a screen in the back? Do I want no screen at all? So yeah, that's going to be your problem when you head over to their site. Me personally, I like the look of the Diablo, and this will fit on any Challenger. So you have your cover, you know, that little bubbled cap that goes in here. You can leave that in and install these. You can install these. Ooh, look, I got watermarks in there. I got to clean that out. You can install these on your Hellcats or your 2018 and up with the lit headlight tubes. You can install those on these and not block your logos inside. So this is a great option. If you're on the fence and you have no idea what to choose, go with the Diablo. Very easy to install. It gives you that awesome look. Now there's so many other options to choose from. It's completely up to you. All right, so I hope give you a good rundown of what Scalia Motorsports has to offer. This is really interesting. I really wish these were around when I had the Scat Pack. I came up with that giant, ridiculous Spectre hose thing to blow air onto the front of the engine bay, but I don't know. I think this would have been a much more elegant solution, you know? But anyway, tell me what you think. Again, remember... oh, wait. I found something else. Hold on a second. Let me unpack these. All right. So he sells a bumper plug kit. Comes with the drill that you need to drill the holes out properly. 4 bumper plugs, color matched. Let's see, how's that color match there? I think it's pretty good. Yep, so if you guys have that that issue where somebody has drilled out your bumper, you can go grab a set of bumper plugs, color match from Scalia Motorsports as well. If you haven't had someone drill out your bumper and you really need a license plate, Stow and Show is the way to go. I have a video on that. I'll drop in the upper right corner. You pull a pin, you slide your license plate out for photos and car shows, and you put it back on to be street legal. So to cover everything, we've got bumper plugs from Scalia Motorsports. We've got cool looking screens with drains for the passenger side. Cool looking screens that allow the air to pass through for the driver's side if you have the open air box design. And we've got screens that go all the way to the back. Let me turn you sideways and get you in there, like this one. And then we have screens that mount on the actual rings themselves. We have screens that match the different grille styles from the Dodge line. We've got the SRT, and then we've got the RT, even with the texture where it pops in and pops out. There's so many different things to go. The paint colors, the paint matching, all that cool stuff. We've got Destroyer gray ones. There we go. So you want paint match, not paint matched. Excuse the tape, I've had these on and off the car quite a few times here. Yeah, and don't forget, he does valve covers as well. Did an amazing job on my valve covers. I also did a recent install for a buddy on a shaker, so he gives you that second valve cover that doesn't come with the shaker. He cuts it out so that shaker inlet tube fits properly, and of course custom paints a matching pair for you guys. So it's pretty sweet. If you guys are interested, check out Scalia Motorsports. I'm going to go hit him up for a discount for you guys. If he hooks me up with a discount for you guys, I will put that in the description below. Alright, so I hope this video helped you out or confused the living crap out of you with all these awesome options here. Don't forget, we've got headlight rings, we've got headlight screens, and again, these screens work with his headlight rings or the Merrick Motorsports rings. We've got bumper plugs that are color matched with a full kit. Allows you to drill out with the appropriate size drill so you don't have to go searching for that. We've got for the passenger side, we've got this guy, which allows you to have a nice screen, whether it be black or crazy color, and let the water drip out the back. It sells tubes as well that go with it. We've got tons of different size, shape, and color rings with or without screens. Don't forget, you got screens options for the rings or the back of the rings. Man, so many different crazy options. So little time. Alright, so if he does provide us with a discount, you'll find that in the description below. Hope this video helped you out. If it did, please consider to gently press that like button. And if you're stopping by for the first time, check out my other content and consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.